Yeah. You got another one on there?
Well, I was just gonna ask you. I've been doing some reading about hunting, which has been kind of hard because I've been reading these quotes by some like real rednecks and stuff, you know. So it's like
Oh
really,
yeah, yeah,
like a lot of
yeah.
people call it hunter's porn or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
so, but like I
Yeah. I
really
mean, and
wanted just to get the
the stuff
view of it.
that is available online. I mean, it's intended to titillate, and it's a real lowering of what takes a lot of time and effort. Um, so where you kind of go right to the money shot of like when the guy takes a shot at this deer and you see the deer flee and then fall. Um, it's it's interesting in terms of shot placement and running that, but it's just it's heightening this one moment that seems to be about blood, and it's easy for the anti-hunting group to look at it and say, well, these guys are, I mean, they really do like the sport of drawing blood on defenseless animals. And yet you read Ortega y Gasset,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some brilliant writing out there available on hunting that recognizes that you aren't living unless you're hunting. I mean, that's a terrible paradox. and that that unless you're hunting, you're not taking part. So if you're, or I think you ought to like. I came upon some fellow Michiganders towards Annapolis. I was on my way to hunt. It was late in the season. This guy's a bit of a farmer, and I come around the corner with my civvy clothes on, thinking about getting into my camo
Mm-hmm.
and going hunting, and I see these guys have a big bloody sheep down, and they're starting to butcher.
Oh man.
And I say, y'all have a license for that? And they're like, hey, come on down. I come down, and they're just kind of deciding what the next cut is. Neither of them's butchered, really.
Mm-hmm.
And, I told them a few of the first cuts to make. But then, made one or two, and all of a sudden I got blood on my pants. It's like, well, I guess I'm not going hunting.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it was
because
right coming onto the violet hour, and I was wrestling with myself, like, well, can I just say, well, gee, I'll be back at dark, and I'll help you butcher. And then, but like these guys had killed this ram. It was a ram. They had too many rams, and it was coming on towards Easter, and I was like, yeah, let's eat one.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the rams were fighting. That's
Oh, really?
the other trail. And I'd never butchered a sheep before, but it's pretty self-explanatory if you tend to do very similar.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going on that? Oh, there's several interesting writers who are engaged in the hunt, including Aldo Leopold, the father of modern conservation.
Oh, yeah.
He wrote a Sand County Almanac, and I should send you a short list, actually, from my Ecolit class.
Oh yeah.
Um,
That'd be great.
But yeah, if you try to get a sense for what the draw of hunting is from the internet, so much of the internet, as you know, is about selling stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, what kind of equipment you got, or what you need,
Mm-hmm.
or these guys saying, here I am demonstrating this call, and it's that call that did it. Well, it's also that you spent $10,000 to go up to Saskatchewan, and you brought in this deer. That's great. But, I'm really not into vanity hunts, and I'm not into driving very far to go hunting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the farthest is Eastern Shore here, and that's incidental when other buds are going that way. And I've chased some geese
Oh yeah.
with my bow.
Mm-hmm.
Missed.
Must be a hard shot. Yeah, I was
That's
just
a
thinking
terrible
that.
But the gunners think it's funny.
Yeah.
And they can actually see the flight of the arrow.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
really pretty. It's a pretty thing. I mean, an arrow in flight.
Yeah.
And there's a reason Yates talks about. I think it was Maud Gonne he's describing, but he says something like beauty like a tightened bow. I mean, like there's this it's almost that serpentine curve, but it's also that huge potential energy.
Mm-hmm.